Hi. So here we're today. I'm going to make a little video here. It's kind of a test video to see where this goes as far as the type of weld I'm going to put down. The reason for this is I've been watching a lot of videos. You know, I always watch videos, and I watch a lot of welding stuff, a lot of DIY, crafty stuff. I like to make my own tools. I like to make my own anything if I can. I do a lot of stuff with my milling machine over there, and I just got my brake lathe here, and recently I was able to improvise and put the drum arbor or the drum bit in my milling machine to mill these down from 625 down to 570 for a slit fit in those, and those are going to be hammock stands, freestanding hammock stands for a backpack. Anyway, I do stuff like this all the time. And what I got here is, I'm retired. I've never really given a little bio on myself with any of my videos. It's not really necessary, but I retired from a 16-year career in law enforcement. And I've been welding since 1983. A couple years ago when I retired, I opened my own shop. Everybody said I should open my own shop, primarily working on cars, but I'm getting sick of working on cars. So I do a lot of fabrication, a lot of welding stuff, which I really enjoy. It's good therapy. So I have my main welder is my Eastwood MP250i. It's a nice little multi-process inverter type welder. Primarily use it with 035 wire. I've actually honestly never used the stick, feature on it, and I have also never used the TIG feature on it, and that's something I really need to get into so I can do some nice exhaust welding and stuff like that. And I've had this thing for about 15, 16 years, my little Hobart handler. Love that thing. One of my best friends wanted to buy it, and I said no, I'm keeping that because it's 110, it's portable, and I can run it off my generator. So I really like to keep that thing around. And I got my Eastwood, or no, Jegs, I'm sorry, my Cut 40, little 40 amp plasma cutter over there, and behind that is my gas bottles. I mean, I do pretty wide variety of stuff, and I've done a lot of heavy welding, semi-truck stuff, and I've built log bunks for flatbeds. I've done that. I've done a lot of stuff, but the gripe I have with what I'm seeing on these comments is a lot of people are dogging on these people who are very good, talented craftsmen, or women, and they play around with welders. They play around in their shop like I do, and do a lot of cool stuff. And I like to make my own tools. Like I said, I like anything that can make a job easier, or just to have fun. Some camping gear, some grills, wood stoves, whatever. It's fun stuff. I like doing that. So I'm getting sick and tired of seeing all the people dogging all these professional welders. I'm not certified, but I'm pretty good at what I do. So all these so-called professional welders, I get it. There's a right way to weld, a wrong way to weld, and then there's improvising and doing what's necessary. And what I see is a lot of this material right here. This is 083, okay? Tubing, 1.5 inch square tubing. And people are dogging these guys who are putting little things together with tack welds or spot welds. They're not running a solid bead. They're running tack welds. So for me, that's a clean way to do it. It really is clean. And if you're just doing something in the garage, who cares? It's not like it's structural. It's not like it's anything like on this 57 Ford that I'm working on, that I got to get back on now that I'm healing up for my surgery. It's kind of dark in this corner, but a lot of welding here. I put a Crown Vic front end into this thing, and it's all welded in on the frame. I still got a bunch of work to do, boxing in and stuff like that. And I still got a 4-link suspension to put in. That's all going to be welded in. I have no problem with my abilities to do this. It doesn't concern me at all. And I have a 36 Ford outside that I'm doing the same thing to. I'm putting long travel suspension in it. It's going to be a pre-runner. I'll do it all myself. So I'm here to try to settle this debate. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to weld this 083 together with the tack weld method. I'm going to put it in a vise and hammer the crap out of it and see what happens. Because everybody's complaining that this guy building barbecue grills for an open fire at the campground, that's not good weld. It's going to fall apart. And somebody actually said that when they put it by the fire, it's going to heat up enough to make it break. I'm like, come on, guys, let's get real. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put this together with some little spot welds, and I'm going to see what happens. And I'll have the results on this video if I can figure out how to edit it. I'm pretty good at welding, but Editing videos I suck at, so I'll do my best. Anyway, let's see how it turns out. All right, so here we have it. Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but I have a spot weld, tack weld method all the way around. Nothing to write home about, but will it function? We're going to put it in the vise and find out. All right. Trusty 4-pound hammer. I'm going to whack on this thing. Can wackaroonies. Okay, interesting. All right, I smacked on that thing pretty darn hard. Take us a little piece of filing off of aluminum from the mill. Point at this right here, right there. You can see where it's started to fracture, barely. You can see how hard I hit it. The point here is the little tack weld method for doing your little garage DIY stuff, making a grate for the fire pit or whatever, making a tool, whatever. It's a win. Okay, it works. It's easy to do. It's pretty clean. You can see right down in there, there's penetration. This all comes down to your settings and your control. So there's no doubt in my mind that works. It doesn't need to be a nice, beautiful, continuous bead. It's going to hold together. So there we have it. Took a little time, welded some metal together, prove a point. I think the point's been proven. We split hairs. So, whatever. The tack welds work. That's all I can say. Just a lot of it's going to depend on whether or not you know how to set your welder up and whether you're getting it hot enough. But the main point is, yes, the thing will hold together, and it's not going to heat up if you're building the fire pit grate and it fall apart. That's just not going to happen. That's ridiculous. So anyway, I know that the comments are going to fly, and I don't care. I did my thing. I wanted to prove it to myself and just show the rest of the world that you don't have to be a certified professional welder that can weld MIG, TIG, stick, whatever. You got your little 110 welder from Harbor Freight. You can do the same thing. So that's what this is about. And I hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.